Imagine a discovery so massive it could reshape a nation's future. This is the exciting news coming from the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Deep beneath the turquoise waters of the Andaman Sea, India may be on the verge of uncovering a colossal oil reserve. For a country that is the world's third-largest oil importer, this isn't just good news, it's a potential game-changer. It represents a monumental shift from dependency to self-reliance. This news has created a buzz of anticipation across the nation. Everyone is watching and waiting for confirmation. India's economy is growing at a remarkable pace. With this growth comes a massive appetite for energy, especially oil. Currently, the country relies heavily on other nations to meet this demand, importing over 85% of its crude oil. This dependency makes India vulnerable to global price shocks and supply chain disruptions. The potential oil find in the Andaman Sea offers a powerful solution. It could drastically reduce this reliance, securing India's energy future for decades to come. This is a story of strategic importance, holding the key to a more stable and prosperous India. The whispers of this discovery are being compared to Guyana's recent oil boom. Guyana, a small South American nation, was transformed by its deep-water oil finds. India is now hoping for a similar story of its own. The strategic location of the Andaman Islands, close to major global shipping routes, adds another layer of significance. It promises a more secure and stable source of energy than relying on volatile regions far away. This is more than just finding oil. It is about securing a vital resource right in our own backyard, a move that could redefine our place on the world energy map. The excitement is tangible, but it is built on careful, ongoing work. India's state-owned energy giants like Oil and Natural Gas Corporation and Oil India Limited are leading the charge. They have been investing heavily and drilling deep into the seabed to verify these promising signs. The government is backing these efforts, understanding what is at stake. The journey from potential to proven discovery is a long one, but the first steps have been taken. The prospect of an Indian oil jackpot is no longer a distant dream, but a possibility that is getting closer with each passing day. So, how much oil are we talking about? The numbers being discussed are truly staggering. Early estimates suggest the Andaman Reserve could hold as much as 11.6 billion barrels of crude oil. To put that into perspective, that is equivalent to about 1.8 trillion liters. This is a vast quantity that is hard to comprehend. It is an amount that could fundamentally alter India's energy landscape. If these figures are confirmed, it would be the single largest hydrocarbon discovery in India's history. It would be a treasure trove that could power the nation's growth for a very long time. Let's compare this potential find to India's current needs. India consumes roughly 1.8 billion barrels of oil every single year. This means the Andaman discovery alone could potentially satisfy the country's entire domestic demand for over 6 years. This is a massive leap forward from our current situation. At present, we import almost all the oil we use, spending billions of dollars. In the last year alone, India's oil import bill was a staggering $132.4 billion. This huge expense puts pressure on our economy and our currency. The Andaman find could change all of that. This discovery doesn't just promise to meet our needs, it opens the door to becoming an oil exporter. Imagine India, a country long known as a major energy consumer, transforming into a seller of oil on the global market. With a reserve of this size, we could not only achieve self-sufficiency, but also have a surplus to sell to other nations. This would create a new and powerful revenue stream for the country. It would be a complete reversal of our current role in the global energy trade, turning a major vulnerability into a significant strength. And the story might not end with the Andaman Islands. India has other vast, unexplored areas with oil potential. Experts believe there could be another 22 billion barrels of untapped oil in regions like the Mahanadi and Bengal basins. If all these reserves are proven and developed, India could secure its energy needs for many decades. This broader potential paints an even more optimistic picture. It suggests that the Andaman discovery could be the first of many, unlocking a new era of energy independence that would have been unimaginable just a few years ago. A confirmed oil discovery of this magnitude would be a powerful engine for India's economy. The direct impact would be a massive reduction in our import bill. Saving over $100 billion each year would have a profound effect. This money could be redirected to other critical sectors like infrastructure, healthcare, and education. It would strengthen the Indian rupee against the dollar, making other imports cheaper and helping to control inflation. This single change would create a more resilient and robust economy, less susceptible to the ups and downs of global oil markets. Beyond the immediate savings, achieving energy self-sufficiency would enhance India's strategic autonomy. For decades, our foreign policy has been influenced by our need to maintain stable relationships with oil-producing nations, particularly in the Middle East. Having our own secure supply would give India a stronger, more independent voice on the world stage. It would allow us to pursue our national interests with greater confidence. The Andaman oil find is therefore not just an economic issue. It is a matter of national security and global standing, elevating India's position in international affairs. The ripple effects would be felt across the entire country. The development of these oil fields would create thousands of high-skilled jobs in exploration, drilling, and refining. It would spur the growth of supporting industries, from manufacturing to logistics and services. This economic activity would contribute significantly to our national GDP, helping to propel India towards its goal of becoming a $20 trillion economy. It would be a catalyst for widespread development, bringing prosperity not just to the Andaman region, but to the nation as a whole. Furthermore, a domestic oil boom would attract significant foreign investment. International energy companies possess the advanced technology and capital needed for challenging deep-water projects. Their participation would bring expertise and further accelerate the development of India's oil sector. The government is already paving the way for this by introducing new policies to make exploration more attractive. This collaboration would not only help unlock our hidden resources, but also integrate India more deeply into the global energy ecosystem, but this time as a major producer. While the prospect of an oil jackpot is incredibly exciting, it is crucial to remain realistic. The discovery in the Andaman Sea is not yet fully confirmed. Exploration is a long and uncertain process. The current work involves drilling deep exploratory wells to verify the size and quality of the reserve. Each step is complex and expensive. We are still in the early stages, and a final confirmation may still be some time away. The journey from a promising geological survey to a producing oil field is filled with technical challenges and unanswered questions. The primary hurdle is the difficulty of deep-water drilling. The Andaman Sea is very deep, and extracting oil from such depths is a massive technological and financial undertaking. For comparison, Guyana's success story came after drilling over 40 wells, with each well costing around $100 million. India is just beginning this process. Oil India Limited has started drilling its first wells, reaching depths of nearly 4,000 meters. This is a monumental effort that requires immense investment and cutting-edge technology, highlighting the scale of the challenge that lies ahead. Success is not guaranteed. The history of oil exploration is filled with stories of promising signs that did not lead to commercially viable discoveries. We must be prepared for the possibility that the final reserve might be smaller than the initial optimistic estimates. This is why the ongoing exploration by ONGC and oil is so critical. Their work will provide the definitive answers we need. Until then, the nation must manage its expectations while continuing to support these vital efforts. The path forward requires patience, persistence, and significant capital investment. Despite these challenges, there is undeniable reason for hope. The potential reward is so great that it justifies the risk and the investment. A confirmed large-scale discovery in the Andaman Sea could truly be a turning point for India. It holds the promise of energy independence, economic transformation, and enhanced global stature. While the treasure is not yet in our hands, the map has been found, and the search has begun in earnest. This journey, though difficult, could lead India to a brighter and more secure energy future.